Check it out. Today we got this Bobcat 880 breaker hammer. Complaint was that it lost power. Tested it out. It hits, but it hits kind of weak. So go ahead and tear it apart and see if we lost nitrogen, bad diaphragm or something. Took my tip out. See, this guy's supposed to be greasy. It's oily here on the bit. And my sleeve. Sleeve is real oily as well. That's not good. And then there's supposed to be a Zerk fitting in there. This guy was just laying in there like that, so that's not good either. So I'm gonna get the hammer dismounted from our plate here, get them in the shop, and then take this part off the hammer. So let's get that going. All right, got this guy in here. Gonna remove the mounting plate, 30 mil up here, 15/16 on this guy. Let's take this guy off and see what we see. We got the mounting plate off, got this bracket off. This guy's bent to shit. You have to straighten it out, re-weld it there. There's a little dampener donut that goes there. And I'm gonna take this guy off and see if we have nitrogen or if there's oil coming out of here, and that'll tell us what we need to know. Alright, so when you take your little nitrogen cap off, you're gonna give it a couple love taps just to shock it. And then you take this guy off. See that? That's oil. That's not good. I already tell this thing's empty. The little button's pushed on the wind, so it means we keep going. I'm just gonna yank this whole guy out, or maybe just this top section, and I'm gonna find a diaphragm with a hole in it, I believe. All right, got our shim disc out. So this guy's gonna have to come out anyway. So I'm gonna put 2 bolts here. Bring the forklift and a chain. Yank this whole guy out, set him down right here, take these guys off to get to our diaphragm section. Alright, so we got this guy out of the casing. Had to take our fittings off. There's an 1 3/8 to get this guy off, 1.5 inches to get these off. Cap them off so I don't lose that much more oil. And take this cap off to get to our diaphragm and see what's fucked up. Alright, we got our bolts removed. Here they are. You can just smell the stinky oil as these guys are coming off. So use my little brass hammer and give it a little love tap. Most likely this guy's gonna have a fucking hole in it somewhere. Let's check it out. Take this guy off. You see that? Just means they got this fucker really hot and then just kept going. Burnt up the diaphragm. There's pieces of it right there. And usually I've seen all those holes plugged up before, so let me use this guy, get this oil drained down just to make sure these holes aren't plugged up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this section off, but before I do that, just make my mark here and 2 marks there, just so I know, put it back in the same spot. So I'm gonna pop this guy off, make sure all these holes are clear, and I think that's as far as I need to go. Might just need to order a diaphragm and reinstall everything, but let me pop this section off just to make sure. So using the shop air, yeah, I got most of the shit out, but I use a little pick to get the rest of these guys out. And for the most part, this section looks pretty good. Just gotta get these guys out and yeah, get this diaphragm ordered up, and then when it comes in, reinstall everything, clean everybody up, put it back together, and recharge it with nitrogen, see how it hits, and that should be it for this guy. Should be pretty fucking good again. Check it out, you can see it in the light a little better. See that? They melted it. And you hold it up to, I don't know if I can get it. You hold it up to the light You see one little pinhole right there. That's what was letting all the oil out. So, going to order up a diaphragm and get that ordered up, and I'll use my tools right here. Make sure this housing isn't too wore out. That way I don't have to order another one of these guys. But it looks like it's good, so I'll just order it I'll just measure it, make sure it's in spec before I do anything. But I think it's just going to be that diaphragm, and then put everybody back together. Cool.